How many people are familiar with the term kettled in? Okay, so this is a situation where you get surrounded by the police on all sides, and you're very vulnerable for raids and arrests. This is a situation that we will be putting ourselves in. The question here is, does the marathon have a response to police violence should they decide to raid the camp as a result of being kettled in?
I'm not familiar with the term kettled in, and I can't imagine this. Okay. I do not believe there's going to be any so-called, quote, police violence. Do we have a policy on that? Well, the answer is we don't, because we have never imagined it. We're a race, for God's sake. We're going to put on, our goal is to put on the best day for everybody who participates. That includes the runners, the walkers, the wheelchair people, our volunteers, the families that are coming to watch these people. I mean, running a marathon is running a marathon. I can guarantee you it's a challenge and it's an accomplishment. So, I mean, it's hard. I can't imagine it's going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen. A deal's a deal, guys. I mean, you know, we're all acting in good faith here. And I know you guys are, and I know you support us. And so, you know, let's all work cooperatively and together.
I'd like to follow up on that. Based upon the meetings that the city, Portland Marathon, and Occupy Portland were at today, we saw no hostility, no contentiousness, and the question that I was asked earlier was if there is an incident of police violence or an arrest, does the Portland Marathon have an official policy? The answer is, because those are so situational on a one-on-one basis, and we don't have a policy, and those would have to be judged according to their own facts. So all we're doing is saying that we don't foresee that, and as far as we know, there aren't any plans to do anything like that.
Actually, that fellow in the back had his hand up, and then we'll take yours. Go ahead.
Before we get started, I just want to say, to honor the time of the Portland Marathon, we said we'd ask for half an hour. We are at half an hour. Okay.
Let's have a conversation, guys. That's what we're here.
Please limit.
Great, you're fucking fun.
Please try and limit your comments to questions that we can answer with these people here, and not repeat each other. If you've already asked one question, please refrain from asking another question so other people can get their voices heard. Thank you.
Okay. I would like to say I do not feel that you've made a compelling argument to justify putting up the curtains around us. In that light, where have you shown that you're willing to make any compromise with us?
Well, for one thing, we're willing to put a gate in two areas where there are no gates and no access, and a third gate so that we can safely make sure you guys can be here or can go on out to do whatever you're doing.
We were right to do that anyway.
All right, I'm going to take a snack.
Mic check.
Mic check.
Mic check. It sounds like to me. And also a couple of my peers. That rather than a compromise. You're giving us an ultimatum. To either leave the park in a secure zone. Or be escorted out.
We're not doing that. We are compromising you guys, because if you want to stay in the park, that's a decision you guys are going to make. What I'm saying is, this is a critically secure area, okay? Critically secure. And we have to do that in order to maintain the safety of all of the participants, including yourself. So we are accommodating. I mean, I'm sorry if we're not going as far as you would like, but a complete disaster happens when everybody else tries to get in as well, okay? And that cannot possibly happen. We just can't let that happen, because people follow each other, right? And we all look kind of the same, only different. So we can't tell who's going to be living in the park and who's not living in the park. We won't know that. So we're doing the best to make an accommodation. As I understand it, there'll be people from your group that will be working with people from our group, and that's the choice you decide to ultimately make. Unfortunately, safety concerns are obviously a priority for us, and I know they're probably a priority for you guys too, because nobody wants to get hurt here.
Two right here. Okay, so how are...
Mic check.
Mic check. How are the entrances in and out of the park going to be policed or what? Like, who's going to be there watching who goes in and out?
As a practical matter, Saturday night, we always hire a security company. Okay, first of all, the question was, who's going to be watching who goes in and out? Well, obviously, we're going to have volunteers posted at 5th Avenue, 4th Avenue, and up here at the corner of the park to assist with that process. And as I understand, y'all are going to have some folks who are going to be identified as assisting with that process too, so that we're all working cooperatively. Okay? Other than that, I can't really give you, I know we'll have our volunteers there, and people working the event and so forth. And then, of course, participants and stuff. And we always have police presence here, because we always have police presence here. I mean, but it's not, we're not trying to lock you in, guys. I mean, literally, we've been planning this since October 10th of last year. Yes, sir.
Right here.
Mic check. First of all, I deeply respect the Portland Marathon.
First of all, I deeply respect the Portland Marathon.
Thank you.
Second of all, I'm wondering
Why all of this apparatus,
especially the black carts,
is necessary.
Has there been a legitimate security threat at any point?
The answer is yes, there has. I'm not going to go into the details, but over the last 28 years, we've developed this process to ensure the security of everybody. We put blackout curtains there so that we make sure people aren't getting curious and trying to press their way into places, and they keep moving, because we need to keep the finishers moving down the street. Get them out of here. Obviously, we want them out and where they're supposed to go, with their families and so forth, and they come with them. That's what they're interested in too. That's why. It's a pure security, and yes, we do everything for a reason in this event.
Okay, I'm sorry I messed up. Here's 3, 4, 5, and then we'll do another round of stack.
Mic check.
Mic check.
If we choose to march or participate in your marathon during the time of your marathon, can you guarantee the safety and protection of what we leave here?
Probably not. I mean, it's going to be inside a fence where nobody's allowed to get into it, so I have to imagine it'll probably be probably safer on that day than any other day of the week, would be my guess.
No, that's a presumption.
5, and then we'll do another round of stack. 2 more questions until the next round.
Mic check.
Watch it.
I understand that you don't want people going back and forth. But can we please pass goods and food between people?
Well, could you clarify that a little bit? What do you mean passing? What are you talking about?
From outside in.
I would like to pass food to the protesters from the outside of the fence.
If you guys, okay, the question was, if somebody wants to go out and get food and pass it back inside, if you got somebody going up there waiting for it, I guess that's your business.
Thank you.
What I would like to say though, and this is key, the problem is we're going to have a lot of people moving, so you got to be mindful of the fact that they've just run 26 miles. They're probably not the best shape they've ever been in, or maybe they are in the best shape they've ever been in. But the point is they're not thinking about it, because our goal is for those folks to show up and not have to think about anything except beating the crap out of themselves while running, okay? And they should not have to worry about traffic out on the course or anywhere else. You know, that includes trains, planes, automobiles, random, you name it. So, you know, as long as the integrity of the operation and the safety and security of everybody is maintained, I think that's a mutual goal we all share, actually.
We're gonna do another round of 5-stack, starting with the woman in the hat here.
Hey.
Mic check!
Mic check! Here you go.
I'm just trying to clarify.
I'm just trying to clarify
That I understand correctly.
that I understand correctly.
We can stay in the park.
We can stay in the park,
And if we leave just on Sunday.
and if we leave just on Sunday,
We can't come back till the afternoon.
we can't come back till the afternoon,
But we can come back.
but we can come back.
Public park, you know, once the race is over, believe it or not, that's it. I mean, once we start tearing down, we just turn the park back over to everybody that's still. But we can't.
We can stay during the marathon. That is up to them, and that's part of what she was clarifying. And that was the part that escaped me at first. When I thought they were up at 6 in the morning, hooting.
No, it was if you go out, you can't come back.
That's why I was trying to set him straight too.
Peaceful occupation as it stands right now.
Get in the way or be a hindrance to.
Get in the way or be a hindrance to
The Portland Marathon.
the Portland Marathon.
It all depends on how you define the term. If you don't interfere with operations and everything goes smoothly, then obviously it's not a problem. It's only a problem if people decide they want to do something different. Let me give you an illustration. Okay? We're very serious about, we don't let anybody just wander around in this area because we have so much going on race day that we limit where people can go. And when I say the people I'm talking about aren't you guys, we're talking about the people that are the organizers, the volunteers and so forth, okay? They're limited to being in here to do a specific job. If they aren't authorized to do that job or they don't need to be here, they're not authorized in here because there's too much going on. A lot of moving parts happening all at the same time. So the fact is, if we can coexist peacefully, which I think I have absolutely no reason to believe we cannot. I mean, there are people in this group who are running the Portland Marathon on Sunday, okay? God knows they need your support. They'll appreciate it, let me tell you. Okay, so I don't know if I'm answering your question, but the bottom line is, as long as operations aren't impacted, we're not impacted.
Okay, with that.
Mic check.
Mic check.
Considering blackout curtains,
The blackout curtains.
will you disclose the general happening around us?
The general happening around us.
Because we won't know what's going on. So that we just can know where we are or where traffic is moving. So we can know where we are and where traffic is moving.
So we can know.
Okay, I think I understand the question. Is somebody going to be talking to you with the black? Okay, let me tell you what it looks like down here on Sunday, all right? We're going to have a scaffolding that's probably 40 feet high over here at the finish line. There are going to be huge speakers up there because every single participant in the Portland Marathon is acknowledged by name as they come across the line, okay? Because, they've earned it, damn it. And they should be. This is a people's marathon. We do not offer prize money, okay? Everybody, the first person across the line gets a rose, gets a medal, gets a shirt, the whole 9 yards. The last person across the line gets a rose, a medal, a shirt, okay? We don't offer prize money. The money that the Portland Marathon's involved in is charity money. And we give money to high schools and public service agencies, and then there are all the charities that actually raise their own funds as part of the event, but they keep all that money. We don't get a dime. We just make this a platform so others can get their message out and raise money. voluntarily. And we're very proud of that, actually. Thank you.
I'm wondering if you could give us a very specific timeline.
You can give us a very specific timeline.
To which hours and on, I guess, Sunday when we will be able to get in and out.
And we will be able to get in and out.
On Sunday, you can leave anytime you want. Coming back in, I'd say probably 3:30ish or 4. Closer to 4 probably.
Starting at what time?
4 p.m.?
No, starting at what time on Sunday?
We start locking down probably between 4:30 and 5 a.m. I mean, you know, obviously, when I say lockdown, we're getting everything secure so we can start the race on time, make sure everything's secure out on the course so that nobody drives through a barricade and takes somebody out, especially a wheelchair or something. That would be bad. And so it's bright and early. I mean, it's going to be loud. It's going to be noisy. We get a noise variance, by the way. So I want everybody to understand that the noise we make is permitted for a little while within reason. Okay, so it's going to be noisy. And you know, one thing we haven't really talked about is the message that we're all here. Because I think we're all rolling in the same direction, frankly. What is the best way to get your message out? What is your message and how do you want it out to the world? Okay? Obviously, you know, I'll give you some insight. You're going to have free, once you're outside this area and you're down on NATO or wherever where the race course goes, you can cheer the people on. You can you know, have your placards and, you know, whatever, and get your message out. Okay? I think, you know, from a perspective of, and again, these are your decisions that you have to make, but it seems from the perspective of mutual benefit, your benefit. Hey, don't push the red button. You know, obviously, if you ask me an honest question, my answer would be, life would be easier for both of us if on Sunday we're not in the park. Okay, if that's the decision you guys don't take, which is something you'll have to decide for yourselves, the accommodation is we're all going to have to give up a little bit. Okay, we're going to compromise, or that's not really even a compromise, really, because it's not us and them. We're all on the same page here. We're just trying to figure this out. I know you guys have a message that you want to spread, okay? And I know you want to grow this event. You know, Occupy Portland. I think that Occupy Portland shouldn't be like Occupy Wall Street, because we can do it way better than those guys can.
Competition. 980 cities worldwide. How upset?
The city of Portland?
With the city of Portland.
Everyone participating. In the marathon. B if the police. Chose Sunday. To raid the park.
That's a good point.
Yeah, go.
Hi, my name's Elena. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
We all get naked, that's what they choose Sunday.
Hi, my name's Elena. I can speak directly to that concern. I'm a representative of Occupy Portland who's been in communication with the police, and we have a direct commitment from the police that they will not raid our camp as long as we work with Portland Marathon and we maintain a non-violent space and we do not break any major laws.
I'm going to supplement that, okay? Because I've been in this community an awful long time. I've dealt with police. Well, this will be the 30th year that I've dealt with police for the Portland Marathon. You know, we're all talking in good faith here, folks. I can understand some concerns, but again, this is Portland. We're going to work cooperatively with each other. Okay, and as long as everybody's doing what they need to do without getting anybody else's way, it's okay. I think it's going to be fine. I think we're all here to have a good day. We want Sunday to be an awesome day for everybody. Okay?
Mic check!
Mic check!
Down here, I planned on living there, so you can close me in
What is your authority?
What is your authority?
Over us?
Over us.
And what law are we breaking?
What law are we breaking?
Are you kidding?
Let's get something straight here. We don't have any authority over you folks. We're a non-profit, volunteer sporting event, putting on one of the best events in the city, but also one of the best marathons in the country. We actually have somebody here who's going to be running her 28th on Sunday. She's excited about that. Everybody who's coming into town is looking forward to having fun. That's why they're coming to Portland. And
Mic check!
I'm sorry, but it's been over an hour, and we really want to thank the Portland Marathon for working so closely with us.
Thank you.
I want to thank everyone who was involved in this process. I want to thank the media for covering it. And the General Assembly meeting, I want to remind everyone, is going to be at 7 o'clock. We are going to meet, we're going to discuss what we're going to do. We're going to go over what was proposed here, and we're going to come to a general consensus. So I encourage all of you, please, to come to the General Assembly meeting at 7 o'clock.
Hey, we have somebody in the Portland Marathon
and the Occupy movement.
We'd like to remind everybody that from the Portland Marathon's perspective, from the city's perspective, and I think from your perspective, that peaceful cooperation is the key to a successful day.
okay, mic check. Hold on a second, folks. First of all, I want to thank you guys for working with us too, okay? I mean, again, we're all the same. Thank you. You want to say a few words? Okay, mic check. Mic check. Put it close to your mouth.
I'm an occupier. And I'm running the marathon. I've worked for 6 months doing something I never thought I could ever do on Sunday, and I'm not alone. There are maybe close to, 10,000 runners. 12,000 runners who have worked tirelessly for months to be able to do something they never thought they could do. We are also here doing something we never thought we could do. And we're committed. And it's the same. It's all the same. So think of it as 12,000 potential supporters of this. This can't be the moment that it all changes for the whole movement. We can be an example for the entire country. So please remember the long view here. And, I'm a middle-class person myself, and it was expensive to even run the marathon. So I don't have a penny to lose on this. So please, 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 let's just all stay together and remember what we're fighting for.
On that, okay? Democracy is a wonderful thing. It's a little time consuming. Really, you shouldn't ask what's involved sometimes. It's like eating bratwurst, and I love bratwurst, so I never ask. But the point is, this is the social compact in action. We're all working together to get to the same place. And, this may mean nothing to you guys. But, we've been monitoring what the press is saying about some of the stuff that's happening back east. And that's why I like living in Portland anyway. But I guarantee you this kind of cooperation is we're going to use our media, which is fairly substantial, to point out, what it would be great if CNN would actually use us as a contrast to what's happening back east and the fact that it can be different. Thanks, folks. We appreciate it.
Will you guys be occupying with us after the run?
As soon as I take a shower, because you don't want to be near me.